Hey, I'm Yolanda Banks. I live in Dallas, but I'm from Michigan, and I'm a culinary instructor.
That whole healthy thing, we want to keep our palates excited. We don't want to feel like we're eating anything healthy just because we are. So the textural aspect is really key. Jicama, sun-dried tomatoes, which are really nice. The jicama is going to give a really nice crunch. The tart kind of almost tart sweet that we get from the sun-dried tomatoes is going to be really great in here. And then green olives, and that's our kind of salty component. And I love Southeast Asian cuisine, and if you've ever had Thai food or Vietnamese, it's all about the hot, sour, salty, sweet. And so we're kind of incorporating that philosophy into our ceviche as well. And the hot being the jalapenos. They're not very spicy, so I'm putting all of them in here, don't worry.
I'm a mom. I'm a cookbook author and was married to that guy for at least 11 years. Seems like more than that. He was an NFL quarterback for a very long time.
I'm a yogi.
Namaste.
I'm an avid tennis player. And I have the 2 torn Achilles to prove it.
I have a business called Fresh is Fabulous, and I teach people how to cook seasonal food with global flavors. And basically, it's delicious food that just happens to be healthy, because the healthiest person in the world doesn't want to eat food that actually tastes healthy, if you know what I mean. So we are going to start by making a delicious cedar plank salmon, and I have some wild sockeye salmon here. It started with some really delicious Thai flavors. I love Thai food. I actually live for it, and I went to Thailand a few years ago and just got to sample all the delicious food. It's all about that hot, sour, salty, sweet thing going on. And right now I've got some lemongrass that I'm just going to chop up and get into our prick nam plat. And a prick nam plat means chili fish sauce, basically. And that's what we're going to marinate our salmon with. Very briefly. We're not going to marinate it too long because we're not looking for ceviche. We're just looking to do a really nice little simple marinade that's really flavorful and going to really make that fish sing. And I've got some ginger here, and all I'm doing, I like to use a spoon to peel it. It's the easiest way to peel it. And then I just take my microplane. That is the best way to kind of grate some ginger. We're going to do a lot of ginger because we're actually going to use the ginger for our salad that's going to go with it. We're kind of making a little lettuce wrap. And I love lettuce wraps because it's like the perfect finger food for a party when you're entertaining. It's the perfect thing.
I'm tasting it right now.
We have a little extra from the peanut gallery over there, my son. Okay, and then I've got some galangal, which if you can't find galangal, that's fine. Galangal is actually, it's kind of like if a garlic and a ginger had a baby, it would be a galangal. It has those kind of flavors in it. So you could just add more ginger, add more garlic. Our Thai bird chili, that's going to give us that heat, the spice that we're looking for, because Thai food is not all about it just being spicy. It's about a balance of flavors. So we have our salty from our fish sauce, and then we have our sweet from our brown sugar. They use a lot of palm sugar. It's actually sugar that comes from the palm tree in Thailand, and if you can find that, absolutely use it. You could use honey or even agave, but you're not looking for it to be sweet. You're just looking for it to have that balance of flavor. And then we have sour from our lime, and we have salty from our fish sauce, and for our papaya salad that we're making in a little while, we're going to actually use some shrimp paste. And that's going to give just a really nice depth of flavor. The great thing about using these Southeast Asian flavors is I'm not adding, like, there's no extra fat anywhere in this equation. And see, here's Thai bird chilies. They're very, very small, and they're very, very spicy. But, you know, a little goes a long way. When I was younger, I went to Seattle to an Indian reservation, and they were doing all these cedar plank salmons. They obviously had big, giant, whole salmons that they were doing over these cedar planks. And, I mean, even back then, I was a huge foodie, and I remember it like it was yesterday. And so I thought to bring that in. It's Texas in the summer. It's like 100,000 degrees outside. So that cedar is going to give a really nice smokiness indoors. So I'm going to serve a green papaya salad with our salmon. That's going to go so well. It's really refreshing, and it's actually an unripened green papaya. It's really hard. It's nothing like the papaya that you're used to, but it has the most delicious crunch and just a really neutral flavor. It's super refreshing. And then again, we're going to make this kind of a dressing with some more of the tiger chili, some ginger, garlic and lemongrass. Now, you don't have to use all of these aromatics. You could just use ginger and garlic and you'd be fine. But the lemongrass is going to give that extra flavor. And, you know, I'm just always looking to get extra flavor from anywhere I can because I'm keeping it light. And then again, brown sugar, because this is Thai food, so we want that hot, salty, sour, sweet combo going on. And we have some shrimp paste, and they come, it looks like a little bouillon too. And then you just reconstitute it in a little bit of hot water. So we're not going to need as much fish sauce in this one because we're going to have that kind of umami from that shrimp paste. Tomatoes are in season, so I've got some really beautiful baby heirloom tomatoes that I'm just going to throw in there to kind of wake things up, give it a nice bright color, balance it out. And then that is really it. It tastes better if it marinates for about 20 minutes. So again, you make this in advance. It's the perfect thing for like a summer party. And I'm going to take a little bit of basil. Thai basil is great if you can find it. It has a really kind of anise flavor to it. Kind of like, you know, licorice flavor, like fennel. But if you can't find it, just use regular basil. That's what I'm using here. I'm just doing a little quick chiffonade. Throwing that in. And then a little mint. There's a lot of mint that they use too in Thai cooking. And I think mint is like super underutilized as an herb. So I'm just going to throw a little bit of that in there too. I want it to be really, really herbaceous and just fresh. Fresh and fabulous. Like me. So the salmon is just finished cooking. It's perfectly medium rare. And you could either serve it on the cedar plank or I'm going to do little lettuce wraps with it. I've already taken the skin off, and what I did with the skin was I made like a little salmon skin crackling. Put it in under the broiler, a little salt, so good, so crunchy. And then I'm just gonna take this and like cut little strips that would be perfect for putting into a little lettuce wrap. And you can see how juicy that is. That's what you want. Some perfectly medium rare to medium fish. A little bit of my green papaya salad. It's like the perfect balance. You got that creamy salmon with the crunchy, you know, papaya, salty, sweet, little crisp lettuce cup. And then, lest I forget, I'm gonna crunch up a little bit of this for extra texture. It's tangy, it's sweet, it's salty, it's spicy, crunchy. It is the perfect bite. How do you like it, Deuce? Nice.